Can you tell us where we're at right now?
We are in the Tabernacle Community Garden, and it's located on the corner of Clark and Baldwin.
And tell me a little bit about the garden.
My husband and I have been here for 2 years. My husband was hired to pastor the East Marion Pentecostal Holiness Church, and we had this big, huge yard, this big, huge space here, and we wanted to utilize it for the community. So first we had to assess the community's needs, and we saw that in Marion, food insecurity was an issue. So we decided to come together with the Marion East Community Forum, and we created this garden. And we just wanted to be the hands and feet, really. We wanted to just get out there and do something to help. And we know we couldn't really solve Marion's problems when it comes to food insecurity, but we could take a bite out of it. We could kind of help. We could kind of get people to come together, maybe even raise awareness that we have an issue.
Well, tell me, how does this garden run? Do you guys take care of it yourself, or how has all this been planted and taken care of?
This year we started with $0, so it was completely and utterly volunteers, donations, and community sponsorships. We've had a lot of community members that have sponsored us come together to help us, and we've had a lot of volunteers that came to make it happen, and I think a lot of it was God.
What have you guys grown this year? Can you run through kind of some of the things?
Ooh, this year, let me think. We've got a row of flowers because we want to encourage bee pollination, because bees are important, not just for the environment, not just for our gardening, but for our environment. We have tomatoes, peppers, beans. We have okra, squash, 3 different kinds of squash in this one. We have sunflowers, we had potatoes. It was really cool to see Fuge Camp kids digging up potatoes, and fascinated that that's where the French fries came from.
Can you tell us a little bit about where the food from the garden goes?
The food that we have produced in the garden here goes to Feed McDowell County. We are using the hashtag Feeding McDowell and the hashtag Community Partnerships Matter. The food last year, we fed the WIC moms all year. We fed a lot of the shut-ins in the local community. A lot of the food went to the shelters, the men's shelter, the women's shelter. This year we have a lot of food has gone to McKinney-Vento children, has gone to McDowell DSS for the foster families. A lot of neighbors do come and they take food to their shut-in neighbors who are not able to get food. Volunteers that work are able to take home as much as they want for their families and have fresh meals for their families as well. We have given to the police, the firefighters, the EMS, and to dispatch this year as well, because we like to thank them for what they've done for us and how they keep us safe.
What can folks do if they would like to help the garden?
We are always accepting volunteers, and we love to have volunteers in the garden. If dirt's not your thing, or bugs and gardening, we also have opportunities for people to deliver food. We do have volunteers that take the food to people. We have a lot of people that we donate the food to. We also have those who gather up the donations from community members. When we had our big garden party, we had a lot of gift cards and such donated for the garden. We have opportunities, like we had to build a shed, building things. And there's a lot of different things you could do in the garden. And also, one of the biggest things that we need is people to share our Facebook page, awareness, spread the word, talk about the garden. I'm always available for people to contact me via text, phone, email. I'm always welcome to talk to anyone. I'm always inviting people into the garden to work and volunteer, and anyone who does volunteer gets to help themselves to the food as well.